He didn't really. I don't say we don't see color, like that to me is almost kind of like cliche. We knew that there was racism. We knew because I mean she grew up with her mom and her dad being interracial, so she grew up with that. I grew up with the aspect of racism, being a black man, you know, being put in squad cars or fitting description of a black male. So I got it on that side. But when we were together, we had never experienced racism together until this moment. So we're at the restaurant. We waited to be seated. There was this waitress that said it's gonna be. She looked us up and down, and she was an older white lady, and she's like, "Hold on a minute." And it was kind of like one of those attitude with the finger, like she had like the almost the Mutombo wave and everything. Like, hold up, not like it was already access.
That's an excuse church finger.
And but we thought, okay, this is a real busy restaurant. Our mindset was, you know, it's gonna take a minute because everybody wanted to go to this restaurant. So, you know, 15 minutes rolled by. We didn't think nothing of it. 20 minutes roll by. We're like, okay, what's going on? There's a white couple. They look us up and down. Now, everybody, we started noticing that people started looking at our group weird, but we didn't think no, we hungry. We want to eat this food, whatever. And so, long story short, 30 minutes rolled by, and they had already allowed two other couples, like two other groups, to go before us. And I remember going up to the white lady or going up to they're like, you'll be seated when you can. And needless to say, obviously we had to go somewhere else. And I mean, that right there was like one of the very first times where me and my wife just automatically knew. She was my girlfriend at the time. We were like, oh, okay, so we in it for the long haul. This is what we're going to go through, even if we get married. I mean, I remember us talking about it later, like not that night, but later down the line, it's like, we probably gonna go through this when we get married. And so we already kind of knew that in the back of our mind, and it's still to this day, we still get stares all the time. She gets it from black girls. I get it from Hispanic dudes. It just really varies, but at the same time, we've still been together, been married for 17 years. So it is what it is.
Well, kudos to the 17 years of marriage. First of all, that's a long ass time.
Long time.
That's very long. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Your experience in this regard, Mr. Prime.
There was a female I was dating many moons ago. She was Latina. And me and her got along very well, had like a lot of the same interests and everything. So I thought, this could go somewhere. And I guess she must have thought the same too. So she introduced me to her mother. And her mother is one of those, immigrated to the United States when she was young, wasn't really integrated into the multicultural, diverse culture of things. This lady had the most disappointing look of disapproval. Like, how dare you bring this mayate to my fucking house?
Damn.
Like, she just was not happy at all. And as it turns out, there's a story behind it. So her grandmother, so they have black people in Mexico, believe it or not. Not a whole bunch of them, but they do have like Afro-Mexicans. And her grandmother was Afro-Mexican. And she got discriminated against horribly when she was in Mexico. So she made sure she married a light-skinned Mexican dude to make sure that her kids would never have to go through what she went through. So they carried that with them when they got here. It was like, we got to keep getting lighter and lighter and lighter. We cannot go backwards. So that's my racism story. Like, I basically got told we cannot pass go, no $200 here. Like, this is a no. My mama said you too dark.
Damn. Said, do not pass go, do not collect $200.
And you light skin. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
But
your mama was the same color as me. She said, no.
Yeah. So we all had those experiences. So I actually experienced it from our own people. This is when I was a little bit younger. I remember this because I didn't catch the gravity of just how big it was at the time. But I was in middle school. And this is when I really got into just being explorative. I was all over the place. I was like, oh, cool, you're from Puerto Rico. Let me talk to you. Oh, you're from here. Like, oh, let me talk to you. Like, oh, cool, you were born in. Oh, okay. I was all over the map because my music and my taste in women was the exact same. It was all over the place. Very eclectic, to use the correct terminology. But went to this mall. Micah, y'all are very familiar with this wonderful mall we used to go to. We used to go to this mall. We used to go, eat the Chinese food, go watch the movies, same old two-step. Nothing ever really changed. If it wasn't Castle Fun Center, it was going to this damn mall. So was at this mall. We was doing some shopping. And at the time I was dating this Caucasian woman and walked past this group. And this group was all three sisters. And I felt it. You feel a little tingling, burning sensation on the back of your ear. Yeah, I was like, I felt it. I was like, man, something. Yeah, I was like, man, something ain't about to be right. So we all walk past each other, and they do that look. When they walk in, every time you turn, it's like this, following your ass, and then one of them is, say some shit under their breath. And I tried my best. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. But then, like, this was the pre-days to fuck around and find out. I didn't truly understand it. But then I was like, So I looked over and I said, what the fuck you say? And then they, was quiet. Mind you, this is back in middle school, but we cussed a lot in middle school. We all know this. But yeah, I didn't catch the gravity of it in the moment because I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, I still don't. But like at the time, I was like, so you trying to dictate how I live my life? You trying to dictate who I can date? You trying to dictate who I can, who I can have kids with? And I was like, hold on. No, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. And so like you try to like, and I understand part of it. There's a part of it we understand. Okay. Because it's big in the Hispanic culture. They love to try to keep everything, in-house, in culture. You can live at your mama house till you're 30, 35, 40 in the Hispanic culture. They don't care. They don't want you to leave until you are ready to have that family and expand your family. Like that is like Hispanic culture in a nutshell. Asian culture, a little bit different. They want you to go to college. When you graduate, they want you to get a great job. They want you to get the fuck out. It's pretty much like Asian culture in a nutshell. So I married into the Asian world and learned a lot. Like, yeah, like Micah knows. So it's like, and then there's our culture. I don't even know what to call our culture. Like we kind of just do things. Like we have 4 of us here. We all had different ways to get to where we are currently today in 2023. None of us got to where we got the same way.